Well, a grand old welcome back to Friday night stream. It's good to see you guys. We're back here on Forever Craft to get some work here done on Friday night and kind of just to hang out. It's been a good week, I would say, and I'm just excited to be able to hang out with you guys for a little bit. It's day 14,157, so we're definitely going to be getting some terraforming done tonight, and I just got out of the hot tub in real life, and I am like dried out, guys. I'm like a total prune, so I have so much water around me. I have a feeling that a good amount of times during this live stream, my voice is probably going to kind of get dry and raspy. So please do remind me to get some water and that sort of thing. We have Papa Gast right here, and we have one of our blipperies over here. I should probably get a bit of wood right now so that I can make another fence post. Actually, just kidding. We're going to maybe chop down this fence post and have it as a mobile one right now. And get this lead that we have right here. Let me grab it. Okay, and I think that to start stream, we are going to head on over to Cobb's base because you can see that we have 30 levels on our enchantments right here for enchantments right here. So we're gonna head on over. And we do have a diamond pickaxe right here that we do need to enchant, because once again, we are definitely going to be getting a bit of terraforming work done tonight. And I'm excited about it. I feel like it's been a good amount of time since I've really been able to have like a real kickback, relax sort of stream. We did stream last night, I do think, and then we did I think we streamed Sunday, Monday as well, but the Sunday and the Monday streams were just making cinematics, as you can see we have going right now for flashback, and I think that I may do it that way going forward, where if I am streaming maybe at the beginning of the week, then maybe I am doing it in the sort of sense of having it be Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday, doing cinematics, and then hopefully get a bit more to the gameplay on the weekends. Because kind of like for the first time in my life, I am behind on cinematics. I've been doing so much of the kind of just like recording and just playing Minecraft in a kind of fun way, which I've really been enjoying, that I'm super behind on the cinematics. And you do have to take time away from the recording elements of things in order to do the editing and the back-end side of YouTube and content creation, like the ideation and the writing a hook or coming up with a good idea, all the different things. So anyway, we can get, unfortunately, only on breaking 3 right there. That's kind of a dagger when it comes down to it. We may have to do something about that and level up. It's good to see you, my man. We do have the stream book here tonight. So I say, why don't we take it out? And we can put your name right into it. Also, it's going to be kind of interesting to see the last time that I was streaming too. 4 days ago, apparently. That's not too bad when it comes down to it. And so here we are on the 10th of April. Boom. And so yeah, it's good to see you, my man. And I'd love to know how you're doing. I feel like one of the things that you miss the most when you're doing live streams is just the ability to kind of just like hang out with people and get to connect and that sort of thing. Okay, but we can't be too upset. At least we have a diamond pickaxe to our name right now. I say that for the time being, why don't we head back up here and we can head our horse or get our horse Blippery. And then we can head back over to our base. Or at least near it at least. I do know that there happens to be a shulker deal in the kind of farming area, and I do want to get my hands upon that at some point in time. Because it would be nice to have some more shulkers to my name. At the same time, it's going to be nice to be able to have like some elytra at some point in time. We still have a good amount of work to do in order to do that. And that's fine, it'll come with time. Okay, here we are. We're back at our area of terraforming for the time being. Alright, Blippery, we can put you over here. There we go. Okay, so we do have a bit more of our efficiency diamond shovel right here, but not too much, honestly, when it comes down to it. So let's see, I do think... actually, I don't know. How do I want to go forward with this area? I do know that I want to do a bit more, maybe even filling in this area right here. Oh, okay, actually. We have a bit more of our stone that we need to fix out with our dirt right here. So we can start to dig in here. And finally get back to work on the terraforming element. I think that the goal here for the end of tonight's episode is to like have a major amount of this terraforming down. Once we have like a lot of the landscaping done, like it gets a lot easier for me personally to have an idea about the sort of builds or what kind of builds and kind of build ideas I want to have in an area. And the more I work on it, the more it kind of comes together. There are definitely times when I will, especially if I have the time, that I'll think about an area and be like, super specific and intentional with making it. And I do think that the Lotus season that I've been working on is a good example of that, but there are other times where, just like in Forevercraft, where this kind of all came together, and it came together way better than I ever thought it was going to be. I'm super proud of this area, and it's not done whatsoever, but it looks really cool. It's definitely mine. Like it definitely says slip to it. And I think, you guys, I guess will have to let me know what you think. Hey, splendid. Thank you, my man. It's good to see you. Along with Willy Bugs, it's good to see you as well. Thank you for coming and hanging out and taking a look in. Definitely let me know if the audio and everything is sounding okay for the time being. And I would love to put you guys into the stream chat book as well. Here we are on page 13 too. I like the usernames that you guys have. And Jade Thomasaurus, it's good to see you too. I think I spelled your name correctly. I think you also left a comment on one of the most recent videos. And thank you for that. I haven't fully taken a look at it. I think that I kind of got into hyper gear after I ended up getting home from work today. I ended up recording video for the day after tomorrow, I think. I think I'm two days ahead, maybe almost. or maybe it's for tomorrow. I can't even remember. Anyway, I recorded a video and then I took a hot tub and then I went straight into stream. So I still haven't really taken too much of a look at the comments, but if you did, thank you. I do appreciate it. Hey, the audio is balanced. Okay, cool. I pretty much always play with audio. Except for the most recent playthrough that I've been doing when it comes down to making the videos on this channel. This playlist has kind of been the slipstream playlist for a very long period of time, and I've been adding to it a lot too. And I think I love the vibe of it. I think it's soothing and relaxing. A perfect way to get into Friday night. Okay, let's see. Let's head to sleep for the night. Hey, Scoopy, of course. Yeah, Forevercraft is a server. This is day 14,158, and I'm the newest member to the server. But it is a forever world that is shared between me and Cobb Plays and Play-Doh Storm and Ammonium and Blaney. Just 5 of us here playing forever in Minecraft. Yeah, it's a great vibe. Definitely take a look at Play-Doh Storm and Cobb Plays channels. They're doing the same thing as I am doing right now in terms of like uploading every single day on YouTube. It's been really, really fun, honestly, really enjoyable doing it. Let's see, we do have to get some more dirt over here. We are going to have to organize our materials at some point in time, as you can probably see here too. It's starting to get unruly. And it is very possible that we have a server kind of tour. I don't know if I'll be streaming it tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens. There is a possibility that I stream kind of like a server tour here, but I'm by far like the newest member when it comes down to it. I feel like this is a good song too. It's a nice relaxing vibe. Okay, so at the very least, I think what I want to do is I want to smoothen out this a bit. I think we're going to come around just like this. Try to smoothen it just kind of. Yeah, I kind of like something like that. Because I think it was kind of just too indented right here. I don't even know if the amount of dirt that I ended up getting was enough, but we'll have to see what ends up happening. Yes, level up. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'd love to know, how has y'all's week been? For me, it's been pretty good, honestly. First week back since being on vacation for a week. And I'm the sort of person that I really like being in gear. I enjoy being productive and that sort of thing. And although, you know, we all have to, or a lot of us have to go to work and that sort of thing. And I definitely have the groans of like having to wake up and do the thing day after day. It does oftentimes keep me in a very productive kind of state of mind, I would say. And so, yeah, I don't know, I thrive off of the productivity. And even if we do happen to have a server tour or something like that tomorrow, you know, just the idea of waking up to, you know, have something, I don't know, I love having something that I'm excited to wake up for. And I pretty much do every single day, whether it be this YouTube channel, and a lot of it is this YouTube channel, but also, you know, being a teacher and, you know, providing a massive impact to the kids and that sort of thing. But I think, you know, my favorite part of the day so far has been, I woke up at, you know, 4:05 a.m., which is a bit earlier than I usually do. And instead of recording a Forevercraft episode, Maddie, Mild Maddie, if you don't know her. She's also a YouTuber, and she lives in Poland. And we both happen to be content creators on the Lotus SMP as well. And it's been Easter recently, as many of us know around the world. And she wanted to do kind of like an Easter little thing with me. And the only way for our time schedules to coincide was for me to wake up at 4:05 or so in the morning today, and then record with her around 4:45 in the morning. And for many people, that would probably be like super overkill, but for me, it was so fun because I oftentimes wake up at 4:50, right? Pretty much every day, wake up at 4:15. Yeah, it wasn't enough dirt. I pretty much every day wake up at 4:15 in the morning. And so I love being an early bird and that sort of thing. And so we were hanging out, and not only did she tell me that the way that they celebrate Easter in Poland is by kind of like dumping water on each other, like even the fire department, like everyone pretty much goes wild, has like water guns and brings them everywhere, or buckets of water and water balloons. And on Easter, instead of painting eggs like we do in the United States, at least for the most part, if you're a Christian and you do that sort of thing, they literally dump loads and loads of water on each other in Poland. And she was telling me about that, which is super fun. And then she also kind of like dunked me with a water bucket to give me a nice good kind of like, Easter little, I don't know, touch in that sort of thing. And then she also completely tricked me. She ended up getting me into a trap, and I fell into a cave, which was kind of funny. Okay, let me take a second to look at chat though. And also, as I was saying at the beginning of stream, I'm super parched because I just got out of the hot tub. So give me 1 second, and thank you guys so much for coming and saying hi and hanging out on Friday night here. And actually, very quickly before I do that, before I forget, why don't I get a good amount more dirt here? We have plenty, so that we can keep terraforming the area around us too, as Blippery gets away from us so quickly. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so ready for the weekend? I feel you. I'm very happy. Friday night stream is a very, something I really do look forward to and get excited about. Yeah, level up, dude. Tell me what's been going on, my man. What's new? What's good in the hood? This build that we have right here, guys, that we're looking at, this is level up's build right here. If we head inside it, you can see that if we head up the stairs over here where we have like a smelting area, we have level right there, as you can see. And then we have up right here. So cool, dude. One of my favorite things, honestly, about this entire world that we've made so far is just the ways I've never done this with the signs like that before. And I love it, dude, with the spruce on top and then the mangrove with the hanging signs with the block letters like that. It's so cool in my personal opinion. One of my favorite things that I've done by far, as for saying. We have a ton of fun, kind of cool things that are just happening around here. Oh, you live in CA and you work for the East Coast. That's interesting. My immediate family is from the East Coast. I live by myself in the Midwest, and then my other end of my family is from the West Coast, which is kind of interesting. Wait, Wheelie Bugs, what time is it for you? Hey, thank you. Yeah, it is chill and calm. Especially with the music. I think it's a good vibe. It's definitely me. I mean, I've curated this playlist for pretty much like 2 years now. Not everything is perfect for every moment, but I do enjoy everything in its own sort of energy, I would say, on this playlist too. Wheelie, about 1:37 a.m. Many people happen to find me, honestly, kind of late night. A lot. I'm definitely humbled by it, honestly. If you find me kind of late night and I help you kind of go to sleep and relax, that is very humbling for me. Other people, I think, would look at it in a way being like, come on, does that mean I put you to sleep and that sort of thing? And I'm like, if I'm relaxing to you and like, you know, if I'm relaxing to you and you can kind of digest and decompress and fall asleep to this, I am, the utmost humbled, I would say. I'm a teacher, and when I first started in education, I was not a teacher, but I was a teacher's assistant and like just kind of an instructional aide. And I helped out a lot in the preschool. And the first time I ever helped out in the preschool, I had to go with all of these 4-year-olds, and it was their first day of school, and they were all crying and they missed their parents and that sort of thing. And no one could handle them in terms of like, no one could soothe them. And I just walked into the room and they were like, Slip, can you do something? And I just, they gave me the book and I just started to read it out loud, and they were like, your voice, like instantly all of these 4-year-olds were all whining and complaining. It soothed them. They just relaxed and were able to decompress and that sort of thing. And that was very, I don't know. I was happy with that, right? Like I saved the day. So if I help people when it comes down to a soothing sort of decompressing sort of atmosphere and element, that is nothing but a compliment when it comes down to my sort of playthrough. And, when it comes down to like cinematics that I would do, I do enjoy, I do put a lot of work into my cinematics, but I do think that a lot of my commentary when it comes down to it, and especially even the most recent videos that I've been making, I can see why they would be considered like a second monitor sort of content. And if I'm in your second monitor, then, I'm still, I'm still humbled by that. It still means a lot to me. And actually, I'm realizing we've had so many nights, guys, and there's no mobs around. And I'm realizing, I think that Play-Doh must have put on the mob switch. He must have put on the mob switch. No way, Thomas. You had plans for early childhood education? I stayed 14,159 out here. You had plans for ECE? I did ECE for a couple of years. I was a paraprofessional for ECE for a couple of years, and then as I was a student teacher at the school that I now happen to be a teacher at, I also happen to be the specials teacher for the ECE while being a paraprofessional, and I had to like make my own curriculum. I had total blast doing it. It was a really fun thing. It was it was an experience that I fondly look back upon. I literally, it was hard and it was a very time consuming, especially as someone that was working as a paraprofessional, because they don't really get paid that much. But for me, being able to, it was a lot of kids that the bond that I've had with them, and some of them next year, I may very potentially end up becoming their teacher. And I think that is very that's an exciting element for me too. So I'm excited about that. And Cobb, my man, it is good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, I think you can see, dude. Look at how much better it is. My Cobb ended up telling me to use some Voxy shaders settings. And so now I can see way farther, and hopefully, I think you can, I feel like my smoothness is way up too. Like I feel like it's not nearly as jittery as it could be. Oh yeah, you think Play-Doh turned on the mob switch? Okay, that's what I thought too. This isn't looking too shabby when it comes down to it. We've made a good amount of progress already. I'm going to change the song very quickly too. Anyway, I'd love to know, guys, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Cobb, also, if you're still watching, do we have any time zone or anything like that when it comes down to maybe doing a server tour on Saturday or Sunday? I would love to know. Man, I'm feeling very much more acoustic guitar-y right now, but I do enjoy the song too, so we'll keep going with it. Maybe eat a bit of steak too. And if it's Friday night for you guys, I'd love to know what have you or what are you having for dinner tonight? For some of us actually, that I know kind of well, it's kind of getting pretty late. Just realizing how late it is for a couple of you guys that I happen to know here on the stream. Oh, we're doing, oh wait, yeah, okay, 11 a.m. EST. Okay, I forgot about that, okay. Okay, good, thank you for reminding me, dude. I can't stay up too late when it comes down to it. Actually, that's not too bad, honestly. As someone that wakes up so early every single day. For me, I think some of my best recording comes from after I exercise. Go to the gym and then I'm in a super good headspace. Okay, I think also this seems to jut out a bit too far right here as well. So let's try to bring this in a bit more too. Just kind of smoothing it out a bit more. Okay, I kind of like that. See something like that, maybe? Take away this block, I think, and we're good. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That seems to be a bit smoother. We have definitely a good infrastructure for this area, actually. It's starting to come together. Man, nothing more rewarding than actually starting to get some good headway on a major project that's like this. Or on a major project like this. Both Cobb and Play-Doh are doing a lot in the creative test world so far. And I have like 3 builds that I'm super excited to put into this world that are already good and ready to go, but I just have so much terraforming and land design that I have to get done beforehand, just to kind of, you know, fit the vision and figure out exactly what I'm looking for. Honestly, doing something like this, having a good amount of time where we can hang out on live stream and just get a bit more work done like this, it's going to make a massive difference. Oh, actually, I think I still have forgotten to put Cobb into the stream book too. Okay, we'll have to take a step back and take a look at this too. Oh, hit the wrong buttons, as I always do. Okay, let's see. Take out the stream book just like that. And grab your name right over here, Cobb. And on on page 13, we can put you in just like that. I'll plays. Thank you so much for hanging out. And as I was saying earlier, definitely take a look at Cobb's channel. He's doing something awesome just like this. And I'm sure that I will be taking a look at his video probably after stream when it comes down to it. And Cobb actually it does seem like it's picking up a good amount of traction as far as I have seen. I was watching, I feel like, I don't know if you, I feel like we probably all kind of like stat track each other a bit. One thing that many of you guys may not know when you're a YouTuber is that the YouTubers that you know, and for me it's not even necessarily competition, but it's fun to just like keep up and see how everyone's doing. I feel like I stat track people. Maybe it's not even necessarily like a way to keep up with people. It's almost for me, honestly, just to even like see what resonates with other people too. Like I love watching my friends like Cobb and Plato play, but we all happen to be like ideating together at the same time and are trying to feel out some sort of audience that resonates with us and be able to connect with them in the best way that we can. And so I feel like for me, I'm always stat tracking as a YouTuber. I don't know if that's something that if you're not a YouTuber, you might not be stat tracking as much. Oh, dude, level up. That sounds great, dude. Hamburger steak, brown rice, and gravy. That sounds good. I have dude, a really weird kind of crock pot dish that I've been enjoying. I have some pork tenderloin and some corn and some eggs as well. I cooked it on high for like 12 hours. And some quinoa as well with that to kind of fill it up. And it's an interesting thing. It's one of those dishes that you throw together when you're trying to get you're trying to use a couple of ingredients and you don't want to put them to waste or anything like that. And so that was the case for me. It was an interesting kind of crock pot sort of mixture. And if you guys do not believe in the crock pot, I definitely want to put you on to it. It's one of the best things possible. You can literally just put things into, the crock pot and put it on low or high. And then you go to work or you come back or, a couple hours later, you have something that can last a very long time and is very inexpensive and can taste very good and can be used in a lot of different ways for using a crock pot. I love doing it. Crock pots are definitely the vibe. That is definitely a hill I will die on. And I do feel like I'm doing this really inefficiently. I am. I say, why don't we go down over here? And eventually, again, the plan is kind of to smoothen out this entire area right here and make it into a big pond, which is going to take a long time. You have to kick down this area that we have right here too. This is going to be a big smoothened out area and we have to take down the entire forest too. So the landscaping, just getting the idea of it is such a major project that if you have watched our most recent video about kind of going with one project over time versus skating around and that sort of thing, both are wonderful in both a macro and a micro sense. And it's a spectrum with which you can kind of choose from how much you want to dive into one project or switch around over time. And I think that's a beautiful thing about how you can play Minecraft in tons of different ways. Genuinely. I think it's one of my favorite ways of being able to play with Minecraft, where I can dive into things and then explore new things, and other people just explore new things and then sometimes dive into other things. It is kind of interesting from a storytelling sense too, how they can differ too. You guys, if you've been watching Play-Doh, you can see I'm just grinding on this, or versus me, I'm just grinding on this one project that we have right here. Alright, let's head back to sleep for the night though. Yes, exactly. Yeah, dude, slow cooker meals are so good. Day 14,160. Let me take a look at stream chat too. Cobb doesn't want to know it. You guys don't want to know it, but I have actually downgraded my streaming setup on how I look at chat since I have moved into my new apartment. Cobb, you don't want to know how bad it is. It will become better, but let me take a look at chat very quickly. And I feel like this is a really kind of pretty look at the kingdom. You can see why we are clearing out and smoothing out and flattening out all the land that we have here too. Oh, dude, level up. Yeah, making... look at that. Some pork... some pork... I feel like I'm really making that pee work for itself. Some pork tenderloin with some barbecue too. Got Cobb in the game too. Happy Friday, my man. It is pretty late his time too. Oh, dude, some pulled pork tenderloin barbecue sandwiches is something that I used to have with my family. We would make, we would do that. We would do the barbecue pork loin sort of sandwiches, and then we would go skiing, and we would put them in tinfoil, and we would bring it to the mountain and that sort of thing, and then we would have them for dinner. And for me, I'm from Massachusetts originally, so I would go to like Loon Mountain, which many of us, or some of us maybe, know about. I would go to Loon Mountain as a kid and have pulled pork tenderloin barbecue sandwiches out of the crock pot, and it was so fire. So I love crock pot everything. It seems like we're definitely on the same page here. All right, let me keep taking a look though. I feel like I look at one comment at a time and then I just kind of like expand upon it. I need to do better at it. Hey, level up. Thank you for the compliments. And yeah, guys, level up is also a very, very busy person. And happens to wake up super duper early in the morning too. You are definitely a grinder when it comes down to it. I'm going to change the song very quickly too. Ooh, good vibe, dude. Super good, relaxed Friday night vibe. Kind of old school here. Hey, Thomas, thank you, dude. Thank you for saying that you appreciate teachers. A lot of my kids know about me being a YouTuber and that sort of thing. And I think it's very inspirational for them. I know that when I was a kid, I was like, I was the one to believe that my teachers literally just kind of lived at school, and like, what else did they do besides teaching? And little did they know that teachers do have to, teaching is very much a very all-intrusive profession. Where like, it could even be like, no, Cobb, are you okay? Cobb, let me know if you need help, man. I'm more than happy to come and help you out, my guy. But teaching is a very all-intrusive profession in that, it could be Friday night and I could still be thinking about my school children and how I can help them and assist them even on a Friday night as I go to sleep and that sort of thing. I do keep care. Okay. If you need help, let me know, my man. but I do care deeply about the kids that I teach. And they know that, they know it. We have pretty much every adult that works in or that walks into the room is like, the energy of your classroom is impeccable. It's because, I really do care about this group of kids. Very, very much so. And I'm able to, give them the best kind of education and care that I can be. And that's my number one thing that I do in life. But I also try to teach them as much as I can. We are a team here, and as much as they like doing things outside of school, I also like doing things outside of school, right? Like, I do a lot outside of work. I'm very active person, or at least as active as I enjoy being, as much as I want to be, and specifically within the YouTube sphere and content creation. And if you're someone like me or Cobb or Plato that has been making as consistent of content as we have been recently, and that it takes a lot of dedication and discipline, and even just playing this game by itself in order to do it, and sacrifice. And I'm luckier than Cobb because I am just by myself out here doing it. And huge kudos to Cobb once again for being able to be as consistent and be able to make as great quality content as he has been recently while doing that, along with Plato. But even just doing that by itself, like, it does take a lot, as someone that is doing it too. And so, I also try to show them as much as I can that there is a life to, there's a life to be had outside of work. And I think that the plight for many of us and most of us in life, and it's a fine thing because you can, hopefully find some sort of fulfillment within it. And I'm lucky about it. But, for me, when it comes to my profession, I'm able to, really see myself grow as a person through it. And even if you can't, the reality is that work is going to be something that you have to get through. It's still going to be a lot of the waking hours of your life. And so at the end of the day, if you are able to, find something that, you can really dedicate yourself to and put the time into, that is a beautiful thing. But being able to sacrifice the amount of time that you maybe see us doing it is really, I guess, I would say impressive. And I don't say that to pat myself on the back, because I probably have it easiest out of any of us. I would say, like, I have been working on optimizing my amount of time to play Minecraft and be able to do this thing while sacrificing other things in life, for good or for bad, for multiple years. And so for me, being able to record and be able to stay on a consistent streak like this is really no difficulty for me. If we've been, I don't know how long we've been on stream for, but if we have been, then that is 3 episodes worth of time, and so we're just kind of hanging out here on stream. So like, I can do this, aside from travel, and life will change over time, of course, and I will keep it as consistent as I can be. But really, it does take a lot to do the things that we're doing. But it also happens to be so fun and rewarding too, in my personal opinion. It's a vibe. Forever Craft is something that I'm very happy to be a part of. And I also happen to be a huge, fan of the Lotus SMP, which I am a member of as well. If you guys were hanging out on stream last night, you probably saw that we had a whole ton of fun with some other people too. So I am very lucky when it comes down to having so many friends that I can hang out with on YouTube. I'm very lucky when it comes down to that, and I do think I kind of like make sure that I try to be thankful of that every single day. The community that we have here, it really is so tight-knit and extensive when it comes down to it, and I feel like we all know each other, and it's super fun. It's my favorite thing about having done this over the years, by far. Hey, look at that. another rant later, and that forest is just completely felled out like that. And honestly, the next thing that we kind of need to do, really, this is actually going way faster than I thought it was going to be, is to take down this entire big hill that we have right here. I kind of want to see how much we can kind of clear out for this lake area, and we will have to make this this kind of segment look a lot better too, and probably flatten it out, but this is actually coming together way more than I thought it was going to. So I say let's head to sleep for the night. Cobb, I have the benefit of being old. I would say old enough. Old enough is the response on day 1400 or 14,161. I mean, every single time I say 14,000, it seems like too big of a number for me to say, but it is the number that I'm supposed to say, which is funny. Hey, I feel like I would say I'm an old soul. I mean, I literally, on Friday night, I mean, it's 7 o'clock tonight. We may go to sleep a bit later, but there's no way I'm not asleep by like 9:30 latest. I was asleep at like, last Friday night, I was asleep around like midnight, 1 p.m. But if you have been kind of like tuning into the different playthroughs or the different videos that we've been kind of putting on last week, you would know that my buddy was in town, and that never happens. Very once in a blue moon do I go out that late at night. And we did. I had a good time. It was fun. But if you were a member of the Discord, then you would know that I kind of made a video after being like, you know what, I had a good time. Like I had fun going out on Friday night, but at the same time, I am being honest, I did miss Friday night stream. And so honestly, I do think that it was one of those things that made me even more excited for tonight's Friday night stream, in the way that, you know, you deprive yourself of something that you enjoy for a longer period of time, and then the next time that you go back to it, it's even more satisfactory. That was exactly how it was, and how it is, I would say, for tonight on Friday night stream. As we were talking about earlier, I mean, it's been a good day. I started off super early in the morning, around 4 o'clock, 4:05 in the morning, and around 4:45 in the morning, I was able to hang out with Maddie on the Lotus SMP and do a prank with her and celebrate Easter with her super early in the morning while recording. So like, what a wonderful way to start the day with someone that you're friends with and have known for a couple years now across the entire world. And then to go and try to get a workout in, I had some other kind of like real life stuff that I had to do. So not as much time at the gym today. And then go to work and teach for a work day, and then get out of work and head home. I have some crock pot food in the oven as we're talking about. I may actually have to go and reheat it because the oven may have gone off. And get to, before live stream, I ended up recording the next video for Forever Craft just so that I could. And you'll see how much progress that we've already gotten done if you watch it over the weekend, which hopefully you do, and maybe leave a like on. And that's, well, look how pretty this is right here. Actually, I'm really happy with how this is looking. You can see, hopefully you can start to see the vision of clearing and flattening this all out right here and having it a bit more. We'll have to do some more things over here too, but smoothing it all down like this so that we can weave it into a bit of a lagoon, sort of lake area right here. So man, actually it really is starting to come together. Anyway, yeah, if you have been hanging out and that sort of thing, you will be able to see if you end up watching the videos that we have over the weekend, that there's going to be one video of us hanging out and really appreciating the moments of Minecraft and just, yeah, just like being here, as we can see, and we can take a second to just appreciate this and everything that we've been doing. And then the next video that I make tomorrow morning, probably, or maybe tomorrow afternoon, we'll have to see, maybe after the server tour tomorrow, you will see that we will have done so much more in this area right here. And so, man, I'm happy with it. Let's see. I do want to head into free cam mod to and see how things are looking. I mean, look at that too. I mean, yeah, I like it. We do have to get rid of the leaf litter, which I do think that Plato needs, actually, so we may have to get him some. That shouldn't be too difficult. We have plenty. I've been composting most of my leaf litter, so we are going to have to get that to him. That's fine, though. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I have multiple autistic kids in my class, and I am fascinated with autism when it comes down to it, honestly, because I know that it can be. I mean, I can't really imagine, or I'm not going to try to put myself into the shoes of someone that has an autistic child when it comes down to it, because I do think that there are a lot of challenges in a parenting style, but from an educator sort of view, I would say, you know, there are so many shining qualities of kids with autism that I think that, you know, societally speaking, you know, and we're also in a very niche circle right now of people that I think, you know, are, you know, this is again the sanctuary that we have. But my personal opinion is that autism and the autistic spectrum as an educator is fascinating, and not in just like I wonder, you know, like a purely unempathetic sort of scientific standpoint, but much more in I love hearing the diverse sort of standpoints and thoughts and opinions, and I do believe that autism does exist within a spectrum, and the things that make us tick are what make us beautiful when it comes down to it. And we do all happen to tick differently. And that is what makes this community what it is. And I do believe that we all have something to contribute. You know, if all of us wanted to put ourselves out there onto the internet in the way that I happen to be, you know, we all, as much as we would have vulnerability, or we would not feel as confident as we would like to, you know, from time to time, the reality is that all of us that would put ourselves out here on the internet would have something unique and authentic to share, not only in terms of your experience of life, but also the way that you think about things. And so I do that pretty openly, you know, for hours and hours and hours on end every single day. But the difference in opinion, the dialect is what brings, you know, incredible conversation and different new ideas to the table. And I think that I'm the sort of person that really enjoys getting to know people for who they are, and those different things that make us tick are the things that make us beautiful once again. So I don't know, I do believe that, you know, in a humanitarian sort of sense, and I do know that there are many people in the world that probably the majority of people in the world do not feel that sort of way, and it can be difficult for people. It's difficult for everyone, right? But I do, you know, you'll always see on this channel that I am a proponent of being you for exactly who you are, and I'm sure. You know, it'd be interesting to see, you know, I think that I find myself to be very, very lucky, honestly, of being like, I have I'm such a healthy person. I have come from such a great background, and I am so lucky in life, honestly, to have the things that I have with family and good health and community and all these different things and fulfillment and work and enjoyment of life. And that is something to, that it takes a lot of also, mental practice when it comes down to it, but because we all deal with things. But I really do, try to appreciate what I have. And I think that when you've kind of filled your bucket in a more educational sort of sense, then you're more ripe to fill other people's buckets too. Like, I see that where my nuance as someone that educates, I teach kids, and I also teach them, as we've been talking about, that I'm more than okay with them. I want them to have a life outside of the schoolwork that they happen to have to do. And not everyone is going to like what I'm teaching them. And that is more than okay, because part of learning things is also learning what you don't like doing. And that helps you along your path of life. Even think about in a social and in a relationship and in a romantic even sort of sense, the people that you meet along the way are going to either harmonize with you or conflict and contrast against you. And when people inevitably contrast against you, it's how you respond and how you grow from those situations of social conflict and just conflict in general, existential conflicts that help you grow into the person that you are. And ultimately those points of disagreement and, the once again, the dialectic between different ideological points when people are talking about different things and coming to different conclusions and, disagreeing with each other, even if there are emotions involved. Usually that helps push each person forward in the way that when you go to the gym and you push that extra rep, or you do the thing that your brain is telling you, maybe it's a bit more of a, I have to lock in, and this is not easy. This is hard. This is what hard feels like. I think that those are the things that really can help you grow and develop and just really become the person that you are. And those things that we do experience that make us tick are the beautiful things that make us humans and make us special. So, I don't know, that is the perspective that I want to give to other people. Hey, not bad. We're still kind of just whittling down on this this hill bit by bit, but honestly, look at it, guys. It's coming together. Give me a second. I'm going to take a look at chat, and then I do know that I do have to go to the bathroom in a second. Take a quick break and make sure I can hear my dryer is going off, so I do have to go and, kind of reset the laundry that I have going on, and it might take me a minute or two and go to the bathroom, and then we'll be back on for even more terraforming out here. Definitely a very good, very productive Friday night stream so far, I would say. And it's already 7:15 p.m. I don't want to push it too late, because we do have, once again, a server tour tomorrow morning, which is going to be fun. Tons of content creation things going on at this point in time. Hey, Wheelie, you just passed day 460 in the world. Dude, that is awesome. A huge congrats when it comes down to it. I don't even know. I feel like I might have been here getting close to 500 days or so. So 460 days in your world is no joke. Honestly, you can see a world like this and see so many days, but genuinely, I know how long it takes to get to that point in time. So I do have some creds for yourself when it comes down to it. We can place away some of the things that we don't need for the time being too. And scoop back up our shulker box too. Let's see, how much have we flattened down here? Okay, not too bad, and you can see the vision when it comes down to it too. Hey, Thomas, dude, thank you. All of those comments mean a lot. Yeah, and I'm glad that my thoughts, and my experience when it comes down to educating, kind of resonates with you. Because especially you want to have people that within like an educational sort of sphere or medium are able to have a similar sort of viewpoint or values as you have. And so it takes a lot, but I do have to say, as a general classroom teacher of 26 kids, man, I do everything that I can for these kids. I mean, they are my world when it comes down to it. But I can't do everything for everyone. And so do always, I think if you're a parent and you have never been a teacher, always have grace for the teachers. We would not be doing this if we did not really care about it. Like, we do care about the kids, and we do want to make them the best people that they can be. And so we are trying our best. I do think that it is always good to assume that intent at first. Okay, let's take down this one last layer that we have right here. And then I'm going to take a quick break and leave you guys with a good cinematic of the North Knife Ranch, which is looking much more beautiful every moment that we happen to work on it. I'm very happy with this. And man, I mean, we actually have gotten like a massive amount of work when it comes down to it. You guys have no idea how eager I am to actually get more work done, get more builds into this world. I'm deadlocked on it, but I've been kind of really hyper fixated on trying my best to learn how to terraform right now, and I think it's coming together. It really is making a difference, but it is a lot of work too. Alright, so I will be back in a couple minutes or so, and we will continue on for the next round of stream. But let's see, can I put you into a decent cinematic, not from here? And that's not how we do it on this channel. We always have a good cinematic that you can look at. And so we can make our way back over here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging too. We're not going anywhere yet. And if you would like to continue and spend some more time, definitely consider leaving a like on the stream. It helps kind of send more people over to the stream. It's kind of interesting, like literally liking the stream actually helps bring more people. If I say it like at this point in time in the stream, usually more people end up coming to the stream. So consider doing that, and I will see you guys just about in a minute or two, or maybe a couple more. We'll have to see. I'm going to be as quick as I can and do assure you that. Let me make sure that the viewpoint is looking kind of okay. And boom, once again, happy Friday night, and I do appreciate you guys. Hi, chat. How's your day? I think that someone has made an appearance here. Oh, there's two signs here. Hi, chat. How's your day? And he is nowhere to be found. I have to know this. This is from only one person. It has to be. He's still online too. And Wieldy, it's only been okay. Any reason why it was only okay today? I do feel lucky. I feel like I've had a pretty good day when it comes down to it. And thank you guys for being patient too. I absolutely just scarfed down dinner. I feel like I'm still kind of hungry too. It's 7:30, which is usually pretty close to when I go to bed. But I do want to keep playing a bit more. I am supposed to wake up kind of early. We'll have to see what happens. I do know that we have once again our world tour tomorrow with Plato and Cobb, so we don't want to overextend too much to tonight. But yeah, any reason that it was only just okay today? I do definitely want to get a bit more work done on kind of working on this hill area that we have over here. For me, I feel like it's been a relaxing Friday so far. And hopefully kind of the same thing going on for the weekend. I have some good food that I can cook up on Saturday. I think that I'm probably going to make a good old breakfast sandwich, and I think that I might want to make some hamburgers on Saturday night because hamburgers are my favorite food. And actually, heading back over here, you can kind of see that we've made a massive difference already on this hill sort of area that we have. So only a couple more layers remain. I do also want to, at some point in time, go and try to get some wither skeleton skulls. And actually try to get a beacon. I think that maybe after we make our next build that we have here and move on to episode 3, officially, maybe then we'll go around and I think I see Cobb over here. Okay, I do. You have been spotted. The question is, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, dude. I feel like that's like a 1 in... Dude, I know. I feel like that's a 1 in 10. Like that happens 1 every 10 times.
I like that you saw the signs but didn't realize you were like 100 blocks from where you AFK'd.
Wait, I was 100 blocks from where I AFK'd?
Yeah, I moved you a whole bunch of wind charges.
Wait, really? Dude, I had no idea. That's mad funny.
I hope you got a replay going because it was probably pretty funny, but
I do have a replay mod going. Yeah. Have you been farming mad wind charges?
Yeah, I was getting the trial set up that's near my like harbor base to get more of them there. I'm never in the season 2 place anymore. That's where I originally got them. So
okay, let's go, dude. I will definitely buy plenty from you. One thing that, like, you know, I've been inspired by to do from you, definitely after Lotus last year, is I super want to, like, put tons of wind charges all around. It's like the most, like, it's such a fun way to just have transport in
the
Minecraft,
launchers, you mean?
Yeah, the
nice,
launchers, dude. They're so fun.
Yeah, like today's episode, you'll see I did another one at my base.
Did you? Okay. Yeah, you installed one at my base kind of like near the end of the season last year, and I never got to use it that much. And now I just want to like imagine having like I'm gonna have a build kind of around over here. If that makes sense. I'm probably gonna like expand
and you can not
this
use
lake
rockets and still get up to your base by just jumping in there.
exactly, and then I can have one up over on the hill over there, and I can just boop over to your base over there too.
Yeah, from there you can go pretty much anywhere probably.
Exactly, dude. So having that, it's gonna be so fun. But you know me well enough to know that I have no idea how to do it yet.
You probably have one delivered. I'll make my money back in the shop probably. So
okay, there may be. I'm happy to make a transaction upon that. Okay, so 11 o'clock your time tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
So it's at 9 for you guys Mountain Time.
Okay. Dude, thank you for reminding me. I hate to say it, but I would have absolutely forgotten about that if you hadn't mentioned it. I don't know why, because I'm excited.
We were all on the call and we locked it down.
I know. That's the thing. Like I don't know why, because I'm excited about doing it. How did I forget about doing it though?
Yeah, it's the middle of the day for me, but I was like, I don't want to push it too early for those guys. So
exactly, I remember. Yeah. Well, I'm fine with pushing it earlier. You know, I'm pretty fine with the early morning when it comes down to it.
Plato and Panda weren't necessarily excited about that. So.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. I think Blaney is going to try to come if he can.
Yeah, I think everyone said they were going to, but you never know the day of what happens. But
exactly, yeah. Dude, you guys have so much more to talk about than me.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of you like, ooh, ooh.
I just keep thinking about like when they come down to my base, I'm like, okay, so here's my house, and it's on this hill.
The build.
That's it. that is all I have going on here. Dude, I'm excited. You've been working on the mega build though.
Yeah. No blocks placed yet, only dug away, so.
Well, fair, but I've been able to see the creative sort of foundation, I think.
Yeah.
Looks good, dude.
Yeah, switching to I've been releasing videos every other day, and it's been nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you and Plato have been doing a bit more of the kind of cinematic and like hook-driven intro.
Yeah, that's a little bit more work, and then yeah.
I've been inspired by doing it, or to do it, but here's my standpoint, and I haven't told you this yet. For me, I'm going to keep doing only my kind of just like, you know, the showing the day sort of intro and maybe switching up the cinematics and that sort of thing. And I want to compare that versus you guys and how you're doing it and see how much more, you know, like worthwhile it is. I would say in terms
like, are we
like
actually seeing any kind of retention bonus
exactly
at all from
right?
Or is it yeah?
And like that would not dissuade me from like, even if it wasn't that negligible, like if yours is way better, then obviously I'm gonna do it. But like for me, I also enjoy like the creative element.
Yeah.
Well, like for me, like if it's negligible, like that's one thing, and like, you know, it's one thing to consider. But at the same time, I do also, and I think also other people do appreciate that kind of artistic element at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
But I just wonder if like in a I hate to say like brain rot, sort of like, you know, sort of like analytic.
Is that actually losing some people because they're like, what is this?
I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, even though it's consistent, if you can keep the consistency based on a different value factor besides the introduction, you know, based on like, you know, doing it forever in like Plato's standpoint, or doing it as long as I can or as frequently as I can, I wonder if that compounding factor would have more of an influence on the viewer, you know, satisfaction of people coming in than necessarily just having a bunch of different cinematics, because like every intro is different, where every intro is the same, right? But if like the value stack is on something different than like the fluctuating intro, then that can
you're saying
have a
it's
different,
not like the same setup, the same like feel.
Exactly. So I wonder, because I love making cinematics and artistic things and that sort of thing, and I'm continuing to. But I, you know, also just from like a numbers perspective, I'm also interested in that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I feel like it's been fun for me becoming a math teacher, dude, because now I'm like thinking about numbers in a way that I never did when I was a kid.
Percentages and
Exactly.
You're probably too young of a grade for like statistics, I guess. But
Dude, so when I was in high school, I was put into. Actually, here's the short story. When I was in 7th grade, I was in like the advanced math, and then in 8th grade, they put me into like the bottom of the tier and that sort of thing. And so I went into high school freshman year at the bottom of the tier in terms of like math classes, and because I was in the like trajectory that I was in for math, I never ever have done statistics in my life.
Yeah, okay.
Like I never even got to. So everything that I know about stats is just kind of like learning it through YouTube, which has been fun. Honestly, it's been illuminating and educational, I would say.
But even the YouTube rabbit hole can go crazy deep.
You know just as well as I, dude.
Yeah, my
Exactly.
video is currently a 1 out of 10 with the lowest CTR in the last week. So explain that one.
What's the average view duration?
It's pretty.
I feel like it's good. I like the thumbnail. It's in my watch later, as usual.
Yeah, it's also like super high up next views, and I guess apparently that is supposed to drive down your CTR. I don't know.
Right.
Probably no one wants to hear about YouTube stats, but
I know Plato was saying that. I was like, man, like I probably do talk about that more than I think I do.
that's all I think about all day long. But
Exactly. I was like, wait, like I like sharing a lot about myself, and I was like, wait, a lot about myself is that. But honestly, I think that one of the funnest things that I've realized recently that I'll probably talk more about tomorrow is the fact that I think that in this weirdly like serendipitous way, a lot of the people that have been enjoying the different ways that we've all been just like playing Minecraft and hanging out and making content through that, like our audiences have been like kind of coming together in this way that I haven't seen in a long
I've seen
time, if that makes sense.
Cross pollination for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I love the deep content or deep comments from like Great Granite. I feel like you probably have gotten a couple too. And then like Vampy from I love Vampy, and he's a member of Westerly, but he's also been hanging out on your sort of stuff too. And like I feel like the cohesion is like really starting to come together, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, did you upgrade to the newest complimentary? I noticed that you still had some.
Oh no, I still haven't yet. No, I still haven't.
Yeah, like if you see that whiteness in the background and how that stuff's like kind of grayed out.
Yeah, it's the one thing that I don't like about it.
That'll go away when you switch.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, it looks kind of like a schematic in the background.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it looks totally normal from my perspective. Like it's completely shaded correctly for me. So
let's go. Also, dude, this is the first time I've ever kind of like been able to feel safe at night. Like just like hanging
weird, right?
out, dude. Dude, it's so nice. It's so nice.
It takes a little while to get used to, but it is really nice.
Dude, when you and Plato were complaining about it at first, and when I was hopping on, I was like, you guys are just like y'all just kept complaining about having mobs all around.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's how Minecraft works. Like there's mobs in the game. And now that it's off, I'm like, oh, like I know what you're talking about, dude. Like if you just want to hang out and live stream or record a video or just play Minecraft, dude, you can enjoy everything about night with shaders on and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I say those words almost exactly in this video.
Really, dude, it's awesome. It's sick. Yeah. What's your next project that you're working on?
Just the mega base.
Yeah, facts. Okay.
Yeah.
What have you gotten done?
I need to get like a ridiculous amount of tough. The middle part of the build's mostly like stone brick and stone variants, so that's not too bad. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do with the roof, but the roof might be like kind of coppery, so that's not ideal.
Ooh. Okay. Well, you do have a trial chambers right next to you, right?
Yeah. I've got a couple axes, so I should be fine. But
yeah. Just the time.
Yep. But when you don't have to release the whole build as one episode, It's just a matter of time until it gets done, really.
Dude, exactly. Yeah, no rush upon it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably have a busy day tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Saturday. And it's supposed to be nice out, so the kids can actually play outside, which is good.
Let's go. Yeah, dude, my mom's on the East Coast too, and she was like, oh, finally, dude, after such a long winter.
Yeah.
Dude, for us,
It has literally been so long.
Dude, here in Colorado, literally never had a winter at all.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah.
you guys, that's crazy.
It's gonna be bad,
It was like
honestly.
one of our worst.
Yeah, you guys had one of your worst. Yeah, I know. And we had no winter, and so for us, it's gonna be so dry that it's a huge wildfire warning.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I'll be back on the East Coast in like July, and that sort of thing.
All right, back to my Minecraft chores. Gotta repair my tools.
Let's get it.
Enjoy your dig.
All right, dude. I'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Always good to see the man, the myth, the legend. And yeah, we do happen to be making this place look a lot better. Oh, it's nice that Cobb happens to have some wings over there too. We do have to make that happen at some point in time. And so it's always good to see the man. And we only have a couple more layers left too. I do wish that we had a much more efficient enchantment when it came down to our diamond pickaxe. It's kind of block by block at this time. But I do think that probably tomorrow, maybe before we end up doing the world tour, I'll go around, or maybe even after. We'll have to see what happens. I'll go around and either make a new diamond pickaxe or just try to get some more levels so that we can get efficiency on this too. I am honestly really impressed with how much progress we've been able to get done here tonight. Definitely a solid Friday night when it comes down to it too. Had a good crock pot meal. Had a hot tub. I had a good day. I've been up since 4:15 or 4:05 a.m. Ended up starting to record at about 4:45 in the morning. That is pretty significant when it comes down to it, I would say. Have plenty of more flashbacks that we can go and record and make into some wonderful cinematics at some point in time as well. Hey, Ryan, it's good to see you too, my man. We are just kind of closing out stream at this point in time, dude. I know that you guys don't know Ryan, but Ryan is by far one of my best buddies in real life. And Tim and I, we kind of connect on so many different factors. Dude, I miss you, man. Honestly, dude, it kind of felt weird. I was like, man, I wish that we were hanging out. Ryan is the, if you guys have been watching the videos, the buddy that I've been hanging out with and was in town last weekend. And dude, honestly, looking back on it, had such a fun time hanging out with you. Dude, Cobb is throwing, dude, Cobb is hucking wind charges at me, I think. I can't even see the man. That's funny. But anyway, Ryan is my buddy that I've been able to hang out with. And man, dude, I had a good time. We had a good time. And so very soon, dude, very soon, and we'll keep in the loop and whatnot. What up, twin? Dude, I've been live streaming for hours. and recording and whatnot, and had a good hot tub and a great Friday night kind of live streaming. Much more cozy tonight, but for good, it was fun, dude. Had a good time. And we've gotten plenty of work done here in this beautiful world of Forever Craft. So we're gonna sign off, man. We're gonna maybe watch some YouTube videos. See, it's almost 8 o'clock at night. I'm still hungry. Still hungry for sure, but I miss you, my man. And I do appreciate all of you guys coming in, hanging out, and spending some time here with me. But it's time for me to sign off, and I'm excited for a world tour tomorrow, and I will see you guys all on the flip side.